Hello, welcome to Kroop Scoop. It's I, Kroop, your host, joined by Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, this is an audio podcast.
Hey, what's up? I thought you were just gonna keep rolling, honestly.
Oh, no, I was waiting for you to go.
Oh
like,
yeah,
hello,
hi audio
hi.
listeners. Yeah, actually, audio listeners, I did a backflip, and then I landed in my chair. And
No,
said,
he whipped his cock out, and then we
Yeah.
got Yoshi,
Yo,
also known as Viddy,
I'm Yoshi Viddy, Viddy's Vids, Viddies.
and we have Hane.
Hey, I'm pissed off.
Hane is angry.
Hane's mad.
And you get to guess why in the comments.
All right, what's new? What's been new? Well, Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock. What do you guys think about that?
Is that the balls news?
That's
Dude,
the balls.
yeah,
news.
Honestly, I might do that to somebody.
True.
I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Hey, out of all of us, like, we're each like a Muppet, and Hane's like the angry Muppet.
Yeah, Hane's like, keep my Blink's name out your fucking mouth.
True. Yeah, and it's the balls news because Will Smith's wife's head looks like a ball.
Yeah.
Dude, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care about
They're
it anymore.
so rich, dude.
I-
It was. To be fair, for the first 24 hours, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I think it would have been funny to see that live.
Yeah. But
I
So-
think there was a picture of Ryan Gosling. Like, there's a picture of a bunch
was,
of
like,
celebrity
laughing.
reactions, and he was like, he
Yeah.
was literally laughing. It was so
Freaking
sick.
The Rock was like doing the eyebrow raise a little bit.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, he literally did it. It was so, it's so
The
incredible.
Rock just be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I don't
just
know.
awkward.
yeah, like what else do you
Just like
do?
yelling. It's like quiet.
like what else
What's
do you
crazy
do
is
but laugh?
have you guys seen the full clip?
Yeah.
The full unedited clip? He was fucking laughing at the joke. Will Smith. He was fucking laughing at the joke, and then all of a sudden Will Smith started to walk up stage, and then he slapped the shit out of him. I
It looked
literally think
funny,
it's
like,
because his
walking
wife
upstage,
was like,
what is he gonna do?
yeah, I think it's literally because his wife was like, she like looked at him or like nudged him, it's like, hey, what the hell? Don't, go up there or some shit. I don't know.
There's no way she wanted him to smack
I
him though.
I think she did. I think
she
she's
didn't look. She didn't look
crazy.
upset when he did it. If memory
Yeah.
serves.
I think, personally, that place is filled with a bunch of actors, and I would not put it out of the realm of possibility that the Oscars have been seeing declining viewership in the past couple years, and that they may, like, maybe they were just like, hey, want to just like make some fake drama for fun, or just Will Smith decided to be, just funny, just do something crazy for attention. Because
Yeah,
why
they're probably
not?
bored.
Yeah, because they're bored.
Yeah, but why would
Dude,
but
they
why would
muted
Will-
the broadcast.
Will Smith?
They
Will Smith
muted the
wouldn't want
broadcast
that.
in
But if they
America.
didn't, then it would look staged.
Yeah.
No, they okay. I disagree so hard that it was staged. There's
just
no way the
genuinely
Oscars. Everything's a fucking possibility. There's a possibility aliens come through and kick your fucking dick off right now. It doesn't matter. There's no way the Oscars are that smart.
I wouldn't say that it necessarily was the Oscars. I feel like it might have just been
They're-
Will Smith who just
Okay,
wanted to
but
do
Will
it.
Smith
Why would he
never
want that?
Try,
I
he
don't
would
know.
never
Yeah.
want that.
Yo,
He would
I'm gonna
want that
assault the
kind of
guy on
attention.
live
I
television.
don't want that. I want to do that right now.
Yeah. I guess that is
Will
that is
Smith.
true.
Will Smith is
'Cause Will
his
Smith
whole
is known,
brand is
like-
around being family friendly. Like
Yeah.
like smacking Chris Rock across the face and telling him to keep his wife's name out of his fucking mouth single-handedly changed his career trajectory for the next few years. And maybe Will Smith was like, yeah, hey Chris, I want to be a bad boy, so I'm gonna walk up on stage and smack you. But
Yeah, he could be the heel.
I doubt it. I doubt it so much though.
Yeah. Or were they talking about like trying to take his Oscar back?
Yeah,
He won an
that's
Oscar right after
crazy.
the slap.
Yeah, I mean they gave him
best
the Oscar.
actor.
That's their fault. They can't take that back.
Yeah, he went up there and started like, he did a speech and he was like crying. He was like acting like nothing happened.
Didn't he say he was like, I'm sorry to the Academy and my fellow nominees. I saw a clip of him doing that.
I think he was like, yeah, I think he's like he was glad to play Richard because just like Richard, he is a fierce protector of his family. I think is what he said, something like that.
God. Dude, all right. Conspiracy theory, he definitely had PR people writing that shit immediately.
Yeah,
got on the phone.
We got to do some
he's
crowd
like,
control.
What do I say? What do I say? I'm gonna win. What do I say? It was just they toss him that and it's like,
I kind of wish he just went up there.
Protector.
I kind of wish if he just went up there and just went like, "Fuck Chris Rock. He's a fucking asshole." I wish we had more like of Will Smith like yelling and getting angry.
Yeah, I've never.
If we could have had a whole speech like that, it would have been
I've never
awesome.
seen him like that.
Yeah,
like,
no,
really
I've never seen him
fucking
like that.
keep my wife's name out your like what?
Where
did
did
this come?
It seemed so.
Where did this
genuine.
come from? That's why he never acts that well.
That's why I feel like it may be a little like either that or he may be trying to change his own image. Like he doesn't want to be like the family friendly, like the family friendly guy anymore. Maybe he wants to like be a more serious, or not even more serious, because he can play serious roles. But maybe he wants to have a different view on him, or there's just a possibility that he just wants to be some sort of heel in a way. Who knows? There could be so many things. And honestly,
I mean, yeah.
I don't care too much. I heard about this from my boss. I heard about this from my 75-year-old boss. So that's how widespread this news has gotten.
I saw it on TikTok about 300 times.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
No matter what, this was a success and a publicity stunt. Way.
I feel like Will Smith's life has been kind of rocky right now, anyways, with his wife, like them being in an open relationship, and stuff. I don't think he wants to be in an open relationship.
Yeah, honestly, the only really bad fucking thing to come out of this that anyone should care about is stop making this a bigger deal than it is. Like I've seen tweets that's like, oh, as somebody who's been abused in the past, Will Smith did the wrong thing, and it's like, did he smack you? Did he come into your house and smack you in the face? He smacked Chris Rock on live television. It's not the same.
People are overanalyzing.
Yeah, people making like wide claims about the black community over two rich fuckers getting in a fight on live television is crazy.
Yeah.
And being like, oh my god, ooh, he's
thing,
representing the black community.
My only thing is Chris Rock made a joke. He's a comedian. He makes jokes. I don't think it should have been taken that far with him going up there and smacking him. Like,
yeah.
I think he did the right thing. I thought it was awesome.
Will?
Really?
Yeah. It was awesome.
He's a hero. He defended his family.
I mean, I guess for like meme's sake, good thing he did. But
I think it was an awful thing for memes. Like, oh my goodness, this is all over. All I ever see. It's not even that funny.
It was pretty funny at first.
I think it was pretty funny at first, but I think it's definitely become an oversaturated thing at this point.
Yeah, that's most memes. It'll die.
It probably hasn't even been like a week, and it's like feels so oversaturated.
Yeah, it's because it was everything. I saw animators being like, "Dude, this picture of Will Smith smacking him, it's got such good like movement in it." I was just like, the animation community.
I saw this clip. It's like this old clip of Will Smith making a bald joke, and I thought that was funny. He's like making a bald joke about someone.
Yeah, I think the reason that people are like, yeah, Will Smith did the right thing is because his wife does have alopecia, which means she can't change. Like she is like bald not by choice. So it's like it's a soft spot to make a joke about. I don't know if Chris Rock knew that when he made the joke.
No way.
Yeah, we never know, but I don't think he meant any ill intent.
Yeah, like
he didn't look. I mean, like Chris Rock, he's just like trying to make everyone laugh.
Yeah,
he's not trying to make fun of people. Well, I don't know. I didn't see the whole performance, but
yeah, and also like I don't know these people. Like these people are actors. Like they're designed to be fake. So
Chris Rock is the zebra from Madagascar. What's his name?
Yeah. It's the zebra from Madagascar.
That's the mammoth from Ice Age. You're thinking of Marty.
That's completely different animal and a completely different film.
I hope that one day were they both made by the same production company? Was that like Blue Skies or DreamWorks?
Madagascar was
DreamWorks.
and then wasn't
Yeah.
wasn't
I
Ice Age
think-
like Blue
I think
Sky?
Ice
Or
Age-
I think Ice Age was Blue Sky. I was gonna say it would be a really funny crossover to have Marty and Manny go on like an adventure.
Yeah.
Just Marty being really high energy and Manny being like, oh, if only I had Sid back from the war.
Kind of like Shrek.
Ice
Yeah.
Age is
Donkey.
funny. You got Sid, you got Scrat.
Yeah, it's Scrat.
I love Scrat. Fucking hyper ass squirrel.
The
Yeah.
nut squirrel.
Trying to get the nut.
Yeah.
He's trying to dig his nut into
man.
the ice for some reason.
He's just like
He's just gotta do it. Genius.
Yeah, I get the nut. It's basically like an old cartoon, like one of those hand drawn ones, like Pink Panther or something, like a Roadrunner. Just really,
Yeah.
just really simple,
Yeah,
just with a
Scrat's
lot
the
of
best
comedic
part of those
potential.
movies.
Yeah. They predicted incels, dude. Guys chasing the nut and they can't get it.
Yeah.
I think incels
Yeah.
probably existed before the movie Ice Age came out, but maybe not the real Ice Age.
Nah, everybody who wanted to fuck got the fuck before Ice Age. It made
Yeah,
Ice
everything
Age
changed
for the
after
sex
Ice Age
community.
hit theaters.
Once Ice Age hit theaters, it was all downhill for manhood.
Yeah.
Well, Coda won Best Picture, I guess. I heard that was a good movie.
Dude, I feel like every year I've never heard of the best picture in my entire fucking life before it wins,
Well,
you know what I
Parasite
mean?
won Best Picture in
That probably means
2019.
it was a good
That,
movie.
I didn't hear about
Or-
Parasite before either. Yeah, that probably just means it's good, right? And if you win Best Picture, there's at least something interesting in your movie, for sure. To
Yeah,
everybody.
it can't just be like
you know what I mean?
Avengers or like some Marvel movie, you know?
Yeah.
There's plenty of times where a Marvel movie's been nominated for Best Picture. I think Black Panther was nominated.
When did Chadwick
This is a
Boseman
Marvel. It
die?
doesn't like feel like a movie, you know? It's like a...
Yeah.
It's like a
Did
film.
Chadwick Boseman die like before it got nominated? Because that might have been what like scooted it up there. You know what I mean? Like some like
I don't
to
know.
honor him. I mean I don't know if that's the case, but I feel like those movies, like the Marvel movies, shouldn't really ever be up there. Just because it's like they're like for
They're
fun.
like theme park
they're fun
rides.
movies. Like they're fun, but
They're not
like-
really art.
like
if you think about it.
Yeah, like a big like they're not steps forward in achievement. This is a normal thing.
They're not like
right?
Parasite. That was art.
I remember people were genuinely pissed that that movie won Best Picture.
That's
That is
crazy.
racist, right?
Yeah, that's just
yeah, I
no,
remember.
that's just
No, I actually
racism.
saw a video where the dude was like, "Yeah, what the fuck is this foreign movie winning Best Picture for an American award
What's
show?"
this Asian shit.
Yeah, like
Squid Game? Yeah, Squid Game didn't exist.
Squid Game.
What is this Squid Game bullshit?
Squid
Yeah.
Game. Yeah.
Squid Game. I mean, this is the only time people have actually talked about the Oscars because nobody actually cares about the Oscars.
'Cause they don't really mean anything. Do they mean
Yeah.
anything?
What?
The
No,
Oscars? Like this.
no, it's just an award.
It's just an award.
They don't like. I mean, they get better recognitions to like the people.
They can slap the medal, best picture on the DVD.
I guess the people who made it could be like, yeah, I did the lighting on an Oscar-nominated film, so like it'd probably be really cool for like them. But,
Dune won a lot of awards. So that's
That
good.
is cool. I'm glad.
That deserves, and it's
It
good
won
for
6 awards. So
for Dune, for a
that's
trilogy.
a win for us, boys.
Yeah, here it comes. The Dune franchise.
Yeah, maybe
No, there's
maybe
no way
the
they're
third
not making a
movie will
franchise
get
now.
the third movie might get verified or whatever, get confirmed.
Yeah, I hope so.
That'd be
Well,
awesome.
Did they already confirm the second one?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that
Yeah,
already
it was confirmed, like even before
Okay.
it came out, I think, right?
Yeah,
Or was it
wait.
after? A little bit
I think
after.
it was like a
I
little
think
bit
it was a
after
little
it
bit
came out.
after.
Yeah,
That
you're
at least
right.
I heard about it a little after it came out.
Because it did really good, like right when it came out.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting happen at the Oscars?
I didn't watch them.
Not. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I didn't
didn't
watch
watch
the
them either.
Oscars.
I'm just going off what
This-
Ethan
I'm looking
said.
at.
Ethan told me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm I'm looking at everything right now. That's pretty much all the interesting things that happens, I guess.
I heard there was
Smith
one
is
of them.
the Jesus of the Oscars.
Yeah, I heard that there was one of them that was like green and lived in a trash can.
Huh?
Oscar the. Okay, my joke's ruined. Just go, Ethan. Just go, Ethan.
Talk
Jeffrey's
I got it.
Just go, Ethan. Just go, Ethan.
It was funny. It's a face palmer. Those aren't necessarily bad jokes.
Ethan, just
Sesame
go. Just
Street.
go.
No, let's draw it out. Okay,
Yeah,
speaking of
you-
drawing it out,
I
metaverse.
facepalmed you.
Whoa!
My face is turning red, like the movie Turning Red.
What do you guys think of the metaverse? Did you guys see the actual gameplay?
There's actual gameplay.
Yeah, it's out. You can.
Oh my god!
You can
Wait,
buy
it's
it.
out!
It's out. You can play it.
Holy crap! I didn't even know.
Yeah,
Have you seen?
it's-
How is it?
It looks like. It just kind of looks like VR chat, except less. Funny.
Yeah,
Like
it's
everyone
just
just
less
looks like a
colorful.
normal person. Like you can't do any memey things.
Ugh.
But like, I don't think you can actually say anything really bad either, because then you'll get banned by like a community guide, which like those are the people that are hired to work there in the metaverse and like keep tabs on what everyone's doing / saying. I was watching this video and this guy was like using his VR hands to like punch another avatar, and the community guy went up to him and was like, "Hey, no, you can't be doing that, man. Don't go up there and assault this guy."
Bruh.
So
They're trying to make the
Okay.
they're trying to make it
world
professional.
villain.
So it sounds like they're going with the business model of they have Twitch mods, but they pay them, and that's so bad. That's
Yeah,
a bad
like they work
idea.
from home. They go on their like I don't know, full shifts, I guess. And
Oh,
they
I
just
do that.
Twitch
moderate.
mods and no memes.
Oh, I do that.
Yikes.
Okay, so here's.
Yeah,
Wait,
let
so
me-
I don't really
yeah, let
care
me
too
be
much
a
about the
guy.
metaverse, right? That's because it's going to be a thing, and it's just going to be like, it's going to develop or whatever. But like, I think, like, it's just like I like the idea of it being the next step into like this like virtual world. Not that I agree with the virtual. It's just going to happen, right? Like VR. And like people are going to be uploading their fucking brains to the fucking internet, right? That's just what's going to happen in the future, right? That's like,
It,
but like,
the fact that we're here is like it's getting intrigue. So
yeah, like they're going to start with the business stuff, but then they're going to be like, okay, this works for business, right? So let's get into gaming. Let's get into this. Let's get into this other categories and stuff. That's just going to happen with other companies too, you know. I feel like Google might do some shit.
well, right?
You
You
know?
can also just go in there and hang out, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not just like a business thing. Like people go in there and you can just talk and shit.
It's like a mainstream thing. It's like the Zoom metaverse kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Zoom is to Discord and VR chat is to metaverse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I said that to
Essentially.
Ethan.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think the virtual world is cool, but I don't have much interest in a virtual world owned and owned by whatever
Facebook.
Mark Zuckerberg.
yeah.
Who
The
who
lizard
wants to
man.
live in a world that he is the creator of?
Dude,
Yeah.
that guy's not human. He's not a person.
Exactly. He doesn't know what people want, dude. He's gonna get people like heat lamps and be like, "All right, here's our next innovation: heat lamps, so that when your cold blood gets dry, you can heat yourself up." And it's like, Mark, we don't need it. Mark, we're humans. It's hot. You know what I mean?
See, like, I don't believe when people say like, "Oh, he's a lizard guy or reptilian or whatever." But like, it's so crazy how non-human he is.
It's very
You know
odd.
what I mean?
Yeah, he's just
such
so
a weird guy.
Yeah, that's what when I say it, I mean that. I'm just
Steven.
like, how is this guy? How is this like a person? You know?
Yeah.
Like he's just so like odd with the way he moves.
Like I
like-
love the video of him in court and he just sips on the water and someone added the Minecraft water drinking sound effect.
Yeah.
I love that video so much. You could add it just right there when Ethan was drinking water.
Yeah, I can add that sound right now.
My thoughts
Yeah.
on the metaverse type thing is I feel like it can only be as far because the whole thing about the internet and stuff like VR chat is that it's a very convenient place for a lot of things, but all in all, what makes it more convenient than... There's a lot of areas where it's less convenient and in person, and the reason why a lot of people choose to spend a lot of their time on the internet is not only convenience, but also because of the outlets the things that we can do in a virtual unrealistic space, like, that we can't do in reality. Like, that's the whole premise about VR chat, is that you can dress and be however you want. I feel like if they try and regulate the metaverse like they would in real life, it's not gonna catch on quite as good, and it's just gonna be seen as like a tool rather than like its own thing that people will use outside of work or meeting up. Instead, they'd just rather use other things that are more fun and they have more freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna keep adding new stuff to it and like improving it, because they did dump a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna have to do some more stuff with it.
I think over the next few years they're gonna try to make a push for it, but I just don't think it's there now. But I think the idea for the business, the idea for the business, I think, is to try and normalize it's similar to Facebook in that it's supposed to like connect people from long distances away, and they're trying to encroach on VR chat's area, but get the normies to hang out there. And I think there is a business in that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't think I'll be that interested in it, but
yeah,
I do see the idea now that I think about it more. It's like the idea is to try and get like your dad and the boys together in a room, and they're like, haha, yeah, Dale. You know what I mean? Like just
non-gamers.
Just like not people that don't really see, like, aren't like in meme culture and shit, and don't really know how to work computers that well.
Because
I feel like VR chat is a bit confusing. There's a lot of people. There's more than gamers.
I feel like so is the metaverse, I don't know anything about the metaverse. Is it like a 3D space, like where you use like the arrow keys or WASD to move around and like the mouse to
you can walk around, and 'cause
I feel like
you can have a VR headset too, right? I think it's more about VR headsets as well.
Well, I doubt that like people our parents' age are gonna get a VR head. My mom
maybe
actually,
that's not the actual demographic, but
my mom
They'll
actually
have to
got
make it
one of
more
those like
affordable.
VR headsets that you can like put your phone into. That's like $40 or something, and like she got really motion sick. Like I feel like a lot of there's actually been, I saw this meme on TikTok where it was like a mom coming into like their kid's room whenever they were playing Minecraft, and like they weren't even moving. The mom's like, you gotta turn that off, I'm getting motion sick, I can't look at that. And like that's such a thing that has happened to me before, except not that exact scenario, but like I was like playing TF2 and my mom's like, I don't even know how you look at that, like I'm getting nauseous. Like
I feel like I would get nauseous.
yeah, I've done VR stuff before, and I did get nauseous once, but it was also just like a particularly like bad thing.
It's only just going to keep improving, though. The
Yeah.
technology.
That's the thing.
I think
The
it'll
technology, the concept.
improve, but I think without like them adding a creative aspect to it, it's going to plateau with its audience, and all the people who like to be online and like to express themselves in a more digital way will have other outlets of doing that and better ways of sending and like doing business and information transfers and all that. While the metaverse will still definitely have its place, I feel like if they don't add the creative aspect, it's gonna plateau in its maximum, and like it's just gonna plateau in popularity.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll
Okay,
have to
Yeah,
see.
so-
it'll be interesting to see.
Let's ignore the metaverse right now.
Yeah.
So, like, let's say we fast forward to the future. It's developed. It's now a major part of society. It's basically like the internet. Like maybe like the younger people are using it a lot.
Like Ready Player One.
Yeah, like literally like Ready Player One. Maybe more realistic, right? Like not like a video gamey thing, but like just like literally like another world. How do you guys feel about that?
I don't know, man. That sounds fucked.
Well,
Kind of sounds like
okay. Specifications. Do you like restart in this world? Is everybody? Do you get to choose what you are? Like, if you're like, yeah, I want to go. I want to be a baby
It's not
again.
like a video game. It's more like I like to think of it more as like it's similar to like the internet, like how you can just like go on there. I guess if that makes sense.
go on
So
there and
so
do
it's
stuff.
more like you get. So it's not like a real world within the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like Sword Art Online.
It's not. It's
Well,
not. No,
not
that's not
really.
right.
Is it like
no,
a
no, no, no,
beginner,
no.
like-
I mean, like, it's not like literally this world taken and put into a thing, and you can go and choose your avatar. Like, I want to go be a baby. Oh, I'm white and 45. I want to be a 20-year-old black man. Is that what you're saying, or is it something else?
I'm thinking of more like it's like you know how like the internet is like kind of its own world where you can like go to like websites or like applications that are connected to the internet. I'm thinking like it's like that, except there's like different things that you can go to, and like you can either like play games within this like virtual like world, or like you can like communicate with people, and there's like it becomes like such a big part of people's lives that people can like have jobs in it.
Oh wait, so
and-
like
So it's Club
Yeah,
Penguin.
that's.
maybe like the internet, but like an upgraded version of the internet. Like we can go inside the internet and like.
So
kinda
it's
like that,
it's
but,
like,
like-
it's like. So I'm trying to track. So it's like VR. It's pretty much like VR chat, but it's more like grand scale, and like you can go like rather than like in VR chat you can just go to like stupid worlds that people have made, but it's like you go somewhere and it's like, oh, I'm in the Twitter world.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
that's kind of how I imagine like future of like virtual reality. Like I don't think it'd be like a video gamey thing where my character's walking to the Twitter world now, you know, like the Twitter planets.com, you know, like I imagine it to be more like first person internet. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's more realistic, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of sounds like this game I was playing last night, called Hypnospace Outlaw, and that's literally the concept. You put like some kind of like headset on, and your mind gets transported into the internet, and you're using your mind to browse the internet, I guess.
Oh, I think I see.
Have you
what
heard of
you're
that
saying.
game?
That's
Yeah,
it's
I've
more like
seen that
that.
game.
It's not like just
Okay,
like,
so not like VR chat, like you're not walking around and doing shit. It's like it's like there's a chip in your brain or some shit, and like
something
you,
like that. That's how I see
when
it.
you like look around, you are like looking just at the internet and shit.
Yeah, it's like this different like plane of reality almost.
So like, can
That's-
we do anything then if it's with our mind? If like
I don't know how it would work. Either you move. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's just the idea of like this separate like world, I guess. But like, it's but like it takes over like our senses in that sense. You know, like how does that make you guys feel? Because I feel like that's just like the future. You know.
I kind
I-
of disagree with that being the future, because I feel
Okay.
like there wouldn't. So, the thing about that is like, I don't feel that there's really a need for it, because if like the only like thing I can see that really solving is just people being so far away, and I guess if actually that's very interesting if like we can feel things. Like, if, like, we plug our brain into, like, a thing, it's like, oh, we can feel someone, like, hug us. And, like, it just hits the little nervies in our brain so we can basically, our brain thinks we're being hugged. Like, that would be something interesting. But if it didn't
Right, well,
I think
my question is,
existentially
I'm not
there is a-
asking if you guys think that is the future. I'm just asking, like, what if, like, that was how it was? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a piece of existential horror in a cool way, though.
I
'Cause
like.
I've kind of like thought of similar. The way I've thought about this in the past is like there's a digital world where it's just like our world, but like, hold on. Okay, I've thought of this in the past where it's like conceptually it's a digital world, and it's just like our world, but it doesn't have these problems like global warming and shit. Like things, there aren't like these overarching things that most people can't do about it. Because I think there is a legitimate like desire for that. People want to like be in a world where it's not like, oh, I wake up and like we're probably gonna like blow up by 2040. And I think like existentially, just like this other world where you're just like completely disconnected is terrifying and probably bad for you, but I think most people would like do it. Like I would probably
like-
still do that shit.
I
You
feel
know
like
what I mean?
people
What
wouldn't
if
care
most
at that
people
point.
go to this
Yeah.
world instead, and there's not a lot of people like taking care of the real world?
Yeah, does time move like
becomes
slower in this
fun-
world?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah, this is a hypothetical, so
Well, I feel like you have to
yeah, we
for
have
something
to,
as grand as this, you
yeah, 'cause
kind of
this is a
have
very
to be setting
vague-
parameters for a little bit.
this is very
Kind of
vague.
sounds like The Matrix. Has anyone seen that movie?
I basically know what happens, but
I've seen the first one.
Like everyone, the city. You've seen like some shots where it's like in a city. Like
yeah, it's basically
you
like
know,
a big
normal-looking place.
beehive.
Yeah, it's not. None of that's real. They're actually just all in a pod with like this thing attached to them that's making them think they are in that world. But in reality, the world looks like an apocalyptic, dystopian, robotic shit world.
I think conceptually it's very desirable. This hypothetical being posited. I think a lot of people, especially a lot of people in our generation and younger, would try that shit in a heartbeat.
See, to me, it literally just that what you guys are describing to me is literally just an MMO. Like this is how some people I know just treat MMOs. Like they just use it as an escapism to escape real life.
Well, I guess
Except
yeah,
this
that's
would
my
just
thing.
this would just be more direct.
I think
My thing is, it's escaping real life, but you can have a real life within it that doesn't destroy you.
Well, that's what GTA 5 is for a lot of people. Like a lot of people just go and role play there as like having real jobs. Like I knew
Yeah, but
someone
if-
who
But
but
you
that's
can
not
make
on
money.
the same. That's not on the same scale as the internet. Like everyone uses the internet. I think what Hayne is saying is like if we created something that's on the same scale as the internet, like the impact and like how everyone uses the internet, something like that.
Yeah, I'm just like saying like there's a lot of like ethical like issues with that, you know what I'm saying? Like people are like split between like the idea of like going too far. Like I guess it's like the point of singularity or whatever that we discussed in a different episode or whatever, but like but I don't know, like I just like don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I would upload my brain to the internet so fast. Like I'm like I'm already like half on the internet like my entire life. Like I just want to like I don't know, like who cares? Like everyone, like people are like basically glued to their screen. This is just the next thing that people are gonna do, you know?
Yeah,
I definitely think we will top the internet somehow with something else in the
Because
future.
like you,
the
like, you
metaverse.
tell somebody like 200 years ago about the internet, and their mind would be blown. And this concept of like uploading your consciousness is like mind blowing to us, but you know who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so is this like a reality where you can like you can eat and shit in the reality and be full? Like do you have to leave at any point in this hypothetical?
I mean, I would assume like since like I'm sure like maybe like way later on there's like the fucking like movies where you see like people just like skinny as shit like in the fucking, but like I'm thinking like it's more like it's the internet, you know, like how we go off and on, and you know what I'm saying?
In that case, I think in the case that it can be an entire different reality where you can gain everything you need from it and you don't have to leave.
That wouldn't be good. If
that
was the case.
I don't know.
My deal is why.
Then that would be too far because if we start to rely on that for like, you know, to eat, to do anything that we need for physically, then if that got taken away from us, then what do we have?
Yeah, if that like malfunctions or whatever.
Yeah. Like imagine if the internet was gone tomorrow. What do we do? What do we have?
Yeah, we passed that point of singularity.
Rocks. Yeah, we have passed that. I guess I think when I've thought about something like this before, I've thought about it conceptually as what if there was an entirely different reality, like the one Haynes positing, where you can eat, sleep, do whatever, you never need to leave. It closes itself off, and there's the stipulation in the code that time moves slower in there. That's to me,
Kinda like-
that's a very interesting and existentially like really really scary idea
Scary concept,
to
but not out of the realm of
a way
possibility.
to and it's like a way we could avoid all these overarching problems that are destroying this reality by just slowing down and doing it again, but in a virtual reality with a different planet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's when I've thought about it before. I've thought about it getting that far, and honestly, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
It's
I mean-
a way to cheat God, man.
Like your life is just based on like your senses, right? Like if you're
Yeah, I mean,
everything is
Yeah.
telling
This
you
connects so well to the Kroop spook I have today.
like if all your like senses are telling you, oh, I'm fine, I'm in this virtual world, then like it literally like from a like single point of view from yourself, nothing is wrong, I guess. And in that sense, you know what I'm saying? If you could slow down time and then just like live this life,
Yeah, just do it again. Everybody just
Yeah.
gets to do it again.
there's no
That's so cool.
if there's nothing telling me the other like I'm dying on the outside, then like
I mean, I guess I'm just having a really hard time, like, just mentally wrapping my head around this whole scenario. Like, it's very confusing to me, because I guess it's because, like, I don't know, I've like thought about wanting to like escape the reality with stuff like MMOs before, and like this is just seeming like what I wanted to do, but like in a different way, like so, because it's just such a new and different concept to like wrap your head around. I think it would be scary because, like, well, in this hypothetical, like, we'll just call this like the hyperverse.
That's
There you
that's
go.
so sick. Yo, wait,
Yo,
I'm in.
Hyperverse.
I'm
That's
investing.
That's what we're gonna
Right.
put
Yeah,
on the
this is
episode.
actually
title.
this is our new startup.
Yeah, we'll call
banner?
it the hyperverse, and
Hyperverse.
so in the hyperverse, we'll just say it's very much like a mix between like Sword Art Online world and like an alternate reality, like where you go and like where it's got Jeffrey's thing where like time is slowed, and because ultimately like our perception of reality is not real, like it's just what our eyes perceive, and like the little lights in our eyes would be like beep 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 beep, beep, and it just sends little beeps into our brain, so we're like, oh, this must be real. So if we went into the hyperverse, realistically, it could be just as real as real life. There's a lot of like practical issues that would come from that, like if people had a baby, or if we never had to leave, then humanity would probably just die unless we made machines specifically to grow more people. Or
That
unless
could be. That's an interesting thought. Yeah.
because
Like, what if we figure out a way
Artificially
to
create
code
humans.
new souls?
Because I mean that would just be AI. What if AI
Yeah.
is just
What
like,
if we just mix in AI? What if this is where we are?
yeah
We're wrapping it back around. What?
Yeah.
What if we're in the virtual reality and we're all new
Yeah.
souls that have been bred?
That's what's tripping me out. Like, imagine if this isn't like actually real.
'Cause
Yeah.
We're just like,
What if we're just in a
just gonna-
very,
we're just like-
a very crazy time loop where we just
Yeah.
it always ends in the hyperverse and
it
then,
always
What
ends
if
in the
all of a
Kroop Scoop
sudden
episode
the switch was
15.
turned off, and then
yeah,
we,
like what if we were actually just
Yeah.
right now, we're like our real bodies are actually just plugged into a machine,
Yeah.
and like we're getting stimulated this world right now, like that. We think we're in a podcast right now, talking to each other right now.
and now we're writing the Matrix again.
Here's a scenario that's kind of similar
Yeah,
that I have always thought about, and I don't know what like I would do. Like I've always thought about this. So I always thought, like, what, like if, like, you know, there's like so many things that could happen whenever you die. What if one of the things that happens is that you go to some sort of like either like an extraterrestrial plane, or like your view of heaven, or just some area where you are not really omnipotent, Whenever you know a lot of things.
He said the word wrong. He said the word wrong.
But
This guy's dumb.
but you have all of your memories from your previous life, but you can't really do a lot. But you have the option to delete your own memories of your previous life to go and start a new life, like a video game. Like, how long would it be until you do that?
Till I decide.
Yeah, because eventually,
It's like a video game.
because basically, like, there's, like, and also I was thinking, like, what if, like, whenever, like, say if like, this is, like, a weird meta video game thing, where I wake up one day, like, or I die, and then I realize, oh, this was, like, my 70th playthrough of IRL. And what if I'm not my favorite?
That would trip me out.
Like, what if I was not my favorite character that I made? Like, that'd be kind of sad. But that's a thought that I've always had. It's just like, what if, like, whenever I die, I'm just, there's the other me that's, like, controlling and, like, writing the story, and he's just like, okay, well, time to do it again and forget all my memories, and then I'll remember them again.
Yeah. This has gone to a very crazy, heady place.
Yeah, you want to go in another crazy place?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Why not?
Kroop too.
No. well, since we're already on topic, we'll go with Kroop Spook. All right, so Kroop Spook, the segment where we talk about the paranormal, conspiracy theories, true crime, etc. So today we're talking about this theory called the Fermi Paradox. Okay.
Well, I know about this one.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think.
So the Fermi Paradox is basically a theory that basically states so we all know how huge the universe is, right? How many planets and stars, solar systems, all that shit.
Yeah.
We all always think it's impossible that there wouldn't be any life out there. So the Fermi Paradox, it basically takes all the numbers, everything we know about the universe and all that, and it asks the question, well, if life is so easy, how come we haven't seen anything? Why haven't we seen anything, heard anything, etc.? And it's a very scary question.
I think it. Oh, are we answering, or is there more to it?
You can answer, and then I'll go to the next part. This will be like parts. There's a lot of parts to this.
I mean, I think that a large part of it may just be that we don't have the physical capability to travel far enough.
Yeah.
And that is probably very likely for anything else that would be, living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not really what we need, though. We need to, like, we're able to use, like, light and, like, telescopes and shit to, like, find it out. And, like, right now we don't have, we used to not have the technology, but I think NASA recently launched a new, like, telescope that's able to, like, detect shit like that. So, like, if we're gonna find anything, it might be in the next, like, year or so. I think I've talked about this before.
Yeah, we talked about this. There's a counter to the theory. We've talked about that theory where the reason why we haven't heard anything from all the signals we've been putting out is because everything is hiding. Like, they're choosing not to respond.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that. I don't remember if we did.
Maybe. I'm not sure we might not have talked about it on the podcast. It could have been
Like, it was like, if there is something out there, maybe they're all, like, hiding because there's, like, they're afraid that if they respond, something else might hear their signal.
Because, like, they know, like, what the threats are. There might be, like, a bigger, like, you know, huge fish alien that, like,
or
that, like, people are hiding from, but we're, like, stupid and we don't know about
species.
it. So we're like, hey, look at us. And then we get destroyed by the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I've talked about this with you guys. I don't know if we've done it on the podcast, but yeah, like, that's, and what if they're hiding from us in the future because they know that we're super militant and very stupid?
Well, okay, we'll see.
Or they, like, don't want, like, they don't want the human smoke when they get found.
I think maybe traveling, like, maybe we're in, like, a weird spot in the galaxy Like maybe it's just like we're just so out of the way. There's like no reason for anything to come over here, or like maybe traveling over here is too difficult. But if they did visit, because I feel people have always said like, oh, there's like shit in the sky. I see a UFO or something. Mm-hmm. If they have visit, maybe they just watching us and like just observing how we act, just like how we do with like bugs and shit or other animals.
Yeah, they don't want to like interrupt.
Like we're insignificant. We're so insignificant. We're just like a pile of ants to them. So
I feel like that could be it. But another thing, it may just be that their knowledge of technology may not necessarily be worse than ours, but may be different than ours. Using like the different, sort of like how whenever humans were like evolving like tools all over the world, every human like race of people gathered different ways of collecting tools, and even though they were all similar, like just different cultures and different tools and different methods were used all over the world, and that's just on one planet with all the same resources on it. Like this life, if it is intelligent enough to travel here and get here, they could just have access to different materials that aren't necessarily what they could use to pick up our signals or communicate in a different way that we have not figured out how to, because we haven't tested those methods, or we may not have the ability to do so. But I think there's just a lot of variables that don't necessarily mean that like they could be hiding. It could just be that we're missing each other.
The thing about that is there are universal things that we could actually communicate with, because the thing that we all share is that we are in the same universe. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like things like radiation and like radio waves, they like exist still, and any like evolved like life form, that intelligent life form, would be able to figure out, just because that's how the universe is, like things like
they'd have to
waves
figure
and
out
shit
how the
like that. Like
universe
they
works.
would figure that out by then. That's just how the universe. Like I understand, like maybe they don't have like, maybe like we're like outdated actually, that we could be like our
that
kind of like
actually
signals that we're sending is just like nothing to them, because it's like, oh, we don't use fucking lights anymore. We use fucking like wormhole fucking generator particles. We shoot them across space to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
But I think like scientists are like thinking of ways that are like universal, that we can compare to like that other alien life forms might think about, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a theory that counteracts the Fermi Paradox, where it basically divides possible civilizations by types. So there's like type 0 to type 5, and a type 0 is like basically brand new. They're like primitive, they're still exploring their own planet, involving their own tech. So and then there's a type 1 where they can use all the power and energy they have to control their own planet and have it bend to their will, and it would allow them to control weather, stop hurricanes, and travel to different planets within their solar system. And then a type 2 is a civilization that lives in multiple different planets within their solar system, and they can basically use the power of their own star to control the whole solar system. And they can even like create megastructures
Dyson
to like
spheres.
to defend their solar system. It's like they're like they live in the whole solar system. Like that's where they live. That's their home. They have more than one planet they live on. They use the sun's energy. And then type 3 is the energy to control the galaxy. They can travel to different planets in seconds. They can harness the power of black holes, gamma rays, etc. Then type 4, they can use the raw power of the universe, almost like a god. And they can basically transcend from just being physical creatures into something more. And then type 5 is the same thing, except they can control multiple universes. So
yeah, that
That's
kind of
a-
stuff sounds like a fucking I
Sci-fi.
don't know, sci-fi film, but
sounds like a movie.
it's interesting to think about
If it
like
could.
like a universal thing is like energy, right? Like that's just like a universal.
Yep.
Like no matter what like species they're going to use energy, and each there's the way they measure is like with the energy usage. So like you said, like the planet. I think we're like not even a type 1 yet because we don't have full
Yeah,
control of the planet yet.
Yeah, we're barely a type. We're like 0.5 or something.
Yeah, we're not
barely-
even like close really in terms of like thinking about like the energy levels of like the universe or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think that just the odds of us finding, because if we've been around for so long and like we are very very rare in our actually I'd say we should spin this a little bit. If we as a human race found something else out there, like say another species that was like in its
So if we did
tribal
find
stage or it's in its gold rush era, like it's like sometime where they haven't developed, if they could intercept our radio messages or our radio wave messages, if they just don't have the technology to send it back out, like if we found someone else, what would we do? Like say if Jeffrey was head of, like if Mr. President Mr. Byron was like, Jeffrey, I'm putting you in charge of the space people, and then you get the call on what to do with this newfound knowledge of these aliens. Like what would we do as a species, or as a Discord call?
See, what is there to do? I feel
We'd
like
probably go over there, right? We'd probably go there.
we would definitely go talk to them. If I were personally in charge of it, I would want to like talk with them, figure out what their deal is, if they want to kill us, and try. But I have a strong feeling that communications would break down very quickly and try to kill them.
Yeah, because
If they're like close to us,
we'd probably want to go there for like resources and shit. Because that's just how
we'd probably just like
humans
want to
are.
learn first.
like
of all.
imagine
That's
if
our
they
first
shit
thing.
gold. Yeah, we would definitely.
had-
I mean, we wouldn't like instantly fight them, right?
We wouldn't fight them instantly, but I feel like that's something that would happen regardless.
Yeah, I firmly
Because
believe
how the
if it'd be crazy. I believe if we figured out that we were stronger than them, they're dead.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. Because I don't even know if I was like in charge, if I would even attempt to go and, well, it would also depend
such
on
a, like-
how, like what kind of species they are. Because like what if they just don't communicate verbally, or communicate, like if they're like, I would definitely want to send someone to study them.
See, like, but like, what if, like, we could like go to a planet and like do what we want, but like we won't even like know, like, whether this planet is like under protection from something else, like the politics and that, like their world. Like, what if they're under protection from some like big, intelligent civilization, and if we fuck with them, they come and fuck with us? I don't know.
And
Like, we just could never know. Like, I feel like
I also just feel like communication would just be like really hard. Like one of the most intelligent species, like at least creatively, are bees, because they like are really good with their hives and such. Like what if we just found like a big bee planet, like full of like giant like insect-ish creatures, like who just don't communicate verbally and they don't communicate through action. They just sort of like have like programmed, like they animalistic instincts, but they're just insanely productive and have like, what do we do then?
We kill them.
Yeah, I guess we get a big raid. Get a big kind of raid.
Shoot a big bomb.
we definitely want to study
Whoa.
them, but
Nukes.
we'd probably want some of the stuff they create too.
Yeah,
For
I would
sure.
want to. I would want to study them and learn
I wanna have
like.
some of that alien bee honey.
Yeah.
A little drop of that
Yeah.
nectar.
Some of those alien bee honeys, baby. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Important addition. If you met a hot bee lady, would you?
Am I single at the time?
Yes.
If we're all single,
Yes.
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
hey.
do it.
Why
Does,
not? Why the hell not?
Well,
Okay.
Anything that
And it doesn't count as cheating if it's a B.
Yeah, you know how people say whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? You could say the same with...
Yeah,
Planning.
whatever happens on Glorkson stays on Glorkson.
Does she have a good
Whatever
personality? Like,
alien.
is she like a gamer bee?
Yeah, sure.
What kind of B games does she play? Is she like a Valorant bee, or is she like a Minecraft bee?
Yeah, she's a Valorant B.
I don't know.
They they
Let's see.
they have good B representation in the game. There's
Oh,
at least one on. There's at least one on every map.
Well, that's good. You know. Yeah, as long as she's sweet and I feel some sort of attraction to the bee, then probably. I don't know. She'd probably sting me, and I'd probably immediately get injected with so much poison I'd die immediately.
Yep.
I'd probably come.
You'd be like, oh, yeah! Oh.
Yeah, I have a stab.
And then you're dead.
Yeah. I'd get on the list of people who've died during sex. There's a list like that on Wikipedia. I want to find it. I forgot where. I don't know where it is
I
anymore.
want to join that list.
But some dude died, and literally on the Wikipedia page, it's like, yeah, he thought he was coming, but he was going. Because he died during fucking sex. He was old.
Oh!
Some old motherfucker died to a heart attack.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Well, good way to go out, I guess.
Hey.
So I'm going to spin it back to the Fermi Paradox.
Oh yeah, go crazy.
There's one more theory to counteract it. It's called the Great Filter Theory, and basically states that the reason we haven't seen anything is because there's a big gap separating us from the rest. Like, basically it's saying that most of the civilizations around us have already left to, like, go great lengths and never look back, or some of them have hit a block or obstacle in technology, and it stopped them from progressing, and it eventually led to them dying off. So, like, you know, examples like AI or doomsday weapons, and they killed each other off. So, kind of like what we have with, like, nukes and stuff.
Yeah.
We could, like, because we can easily kill ourselves, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
we
easily.
Easily fuck up the planet with what we have, with the nukes we have.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could kill all humans.
Yeah.
Roaches might live.
Like, we have the power to kill everybody.
Yeah.
So that's
Basically, isn't the filter like saying like if the reason why we don't see anyone or like any aliens is because the filter is like that we have to get past. It's like we passed the filter that they haven't. That's like really hard. Like
yeah, like the Great Filter is basically it's a big step that is needed to travel interstellar. Like the resources and technology needed to get past this step would be immense, and like it's saying that most civilizations don't get past this step.
yeah, I've heard the theory where there's like multiple filters. So like even like the idea of even like evolving life itself as a filter, right? Like the chances of that is like incredibly low or something like that, or even intelligent like life, like that's considered like a filter. I think like the chances of that.
Yeah.
And like you said, like we don't know if we haven't like passed a filter. Like people think that like global warming is like one of the filters that might take us out.
Yeah. Or like some asteroid or a rogue planet to come. Like, if
Somebody
we
just
want to
pooped.
keep humanity around, we got to figure out how to get out of here and like spread ourselves around so that like if one planet goes down, there's at least some of us still out there, right?
My thought on that, because I talked about this with some of my other friends, I think, because honestly our resources on this planet are really limited, and we may not have enough to get us off like completely for a long time, depending on what we find nearby. But I feel like what may happen is if we can't get off the planet, or at least or if we can't get out of the solar system rather, it would be sort of like WALL-E. Like how they just like have small colonies of people live on like ships, and they just sort of keep getting energy from the sun until eventually the sun is no longer there. or they die from other means. But if we can't escape the solar system, I think that's probably going to be our closest thing until we can mine asteroids for enough materials to get us way out of there.
Yeah, if we don't use I feel like if we don't use our energy efficiently, then we won't pass the filter, I guess. Like if like imagine like a species that just like focuses completely just on just getting out to space. They're gonna
they don't even
they're
have
gonna capture
wars.
the sun and shit, and they're gonna fucking start flying around, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys think we'll ever do that? Or do you think humanity's gotten too comfortable with just staying here and having our own problems?
I think that could be a thing. Like we might just stick around and just
Wait it out.
yeah, because we have
Until
a lot of problems that are gonna happen, like global warming, shit like that.
We've got some big events coming down the pipeline. I think.
yeah.
We just don't know what the hell we're gonna do about it.
I feel like humanity as a whole is just never super focused on the long-term picture, and it's all about creating or solving short-term problems and not caring about the long-term, with plastic shortages and helium shortages and stuff like that, where we're using up all of our our resources, and people care. People definitely care. They're bringing attention to it, but ultimately, it's not stopping the mass majority of people from doing something about it.
Yeah,
especially
not
everyone
on board.
Yeah, and companies specifically are going to be very difficult, because a lot of them only care about money.
If we're gonna leave, we're gonna have to get everyone on board with the idea of hey, we're gonna leave this planet and shoot for the stars.
So
I don't know if that's possible.
I think it would only be impossible if we had impending doom, and then all of the countries put their problems aside for a couple decades and just say, hey, we're just gonna work on the scientific victory in Civ, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
And then we can go back to fighting.
Yeah, I don't know. We've got no idea. We still got a lot to learn before we could even think about getting out of this solar system.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess that concludes the Kroop spook. It was a nice lengthy one.
Mm-hmm.
Girthy one.
Did you want to talk about your topic, Jeffrey? What was your...
Yeah, I'll talk about it for a little bit. r/place has recently restarted with a bigger canvas. And for those who do not know what r/place is, it's basically a big-ass canvas with a bunch of pixels. And the rule is you can place one pixel and then you have to wait. And what kind of springs out from it... I'll put a link to it in our chat. What springs out from it is this really cool community project where a bunch of communities show up, they show out, and they create art and battle over space on this giant canvas. And it's pretty cool to see.
Oh, I know this. Yeah.
Yeah, and it recently restarted. It restarted today, and it's already a bunch of developed communities. There's a big old streak of the Ukraine flag that is under horrible attack right now. There's a minion on it, which is pretty cool.
Dude, the Osu community is so problematic with the r/place. I think it's so funny.
What did they do? The Osu was under crazy attack very early on. And now
People, it was okay. So it was a big thing last time. People just thought the logo was way too big. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So people are just trying their best to fuck it up.
Dude, just a bunch of people come together and go all right, we're gonna make this logo and put it on here, and then that's what they do.
Yeah, literally. They're I like Osu. Me and the boys are gonna get together and make the Osu logo.
like I kind of just like don't like Reddit, so like I want to like do the opposite of like what people want to do, I guess. So everyone contribute to the Osu logo. Because most Redditors are like the fucking, I don't know, I fucking hate Redditors.
Yeah, looking at it, I like this project a lot. I didn't pay much attention to it the last time it was done, but this time there's just some silly shit happening.
Yeah, friggin' Reddit mod took down my post today and it pissed me off.
Fucking Reddit mods.
If you go on Reddit, I hate you. I don't care. Or if you like comment, if you're like a regular, you know,
If you're a Redditor,
it's like a normal thing to shit on Redditors. But like if you're like, you just like comment like things, like you're so annoying, man. You know,
I just look on Reddit. I never like actually like participate in discussions and stuff.
Yeah, unless you're commenting on. Go ahead, Dane. Unless you're commenting on my Reddit posts about my YouTube videos, that's when it's good to be a Redditor.
Yeah. Which I should start doing for the podcast. I gotta start like posting it on shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think the idea of like hive mind art projects is really interesting. Some interesting shit that's happened so far. There's a like GameStop stock stupid piece of the thing, and it has a green bar stretching like all the way up the entire canvas right now. There's also a battle to make the .com into .com. That's been going on for hours.
That's good.
Like I'm still looking at it, and literally people are still fighting over it, and I've been looking at this thing for hours. Momentarily, the American flag was replaced with like a really fucked up Pepe. I don't know if I can find the picture soon, but it's out there somewhere. It was like a really fucking scary Pepe. There's a picture of E-Rob, famous Twitch streamer E-Rob, on here that he made, and his viewers are currently trashing it. It used to say if she 30, now it says if she 10, and then it's a picture of his face. And they're also putting boogers coming down his nose. Just shit like that. Funny, like it's funny.
Yeah, it's interesting how everyone can just come together and like create something like this.
Yeah, and there were a few Twitch streamers like brigading shit, trying to make stuff like E-Rob, which is interesting to see like hive minds put to use to make like. That's why the American flag was getting replaced earlier, is because a couple of Twitch streamers were trying to do it. Didn't work because America.
Yeah.
And Genshin Impact, they turned it to Gin shit, and it's been that for a few hours.
They're seething right now. All the Genshin Impact players.
Genshin players, get fucked. Genshin players, fuck all of you.
You're really dividing our audience tonight.
You play Genshin. If you play Genshin, turn this shit off.
We got no more Genshin, no more Redditors.
Yeah, they're all gone now.
No more Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg used to tune in every week. Now he's...
Yeah, he goes... Is that really what they think of me?
He's going to make a Facebook post about us.
He goes, the Kroop Scoop will not be allowed in the metaverse.
No, we wanted to do an episode in there.
Oh. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg, he's like, I've created a way to live forever in the metaverse, and anybody who was mean to me is not allowed. And then he just goes on a 14-hour tangent, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the Kroop Scoop's not allowed either."
No, it's just a big Word document with a bunch of lists of names, and ours just happens to be there.
Wait, what the fuck?
That's
You can buy land in the metaverse?
That's dumb. I'm off board.
The average investment in land is about $5,300.
Oh, bro, it's digital houses.
There's real estate in metaverse.
How do I become a metaverse real estate agent?
You know, Wendy's bought land in metaverse. They have a Wendy's area.
I will.
Yeah. Dude, that sucks. That's a dumb idea. That's just gonna make it all corporate.
Yeah, the metaverse is just gonna turn into an empty Gmod sandbox server where only like 4 people go on.
Yeah. Well, you can go to the
like
Doritos,
Wendy's and shit there.
Locos Tacos gaming lounge in the metaverse. That's like about it. It's gonna be so bad. That's a dumb idea.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to do Kroop tunes and then rap?
Sure.
All right. Okay. Let's do a Kroop tunes.
Who's
All right, so this is the segment of the show where we share what we've been listening to this week. It could be a album, song, artist, whatever, new, old. And my Kroop tunes, it was gonna be. Well, I've been listening to 2 albums, and I was just gonna talk about one, but since I'm pissed off, I'm gonna talk about 2.
Yeah, he's pissed off. Like, why the fuck aren't we leaving our planet to go explore?
Haynes like, why can't this be Spore?
Why can't we live in the virtual world? That's why
Right.
Haynes mad. You found out.
So my album I've been listening to is the new Blade and Echo 2K album, Crest. Not much to say. If you like Drain Gang, then you'll like the album. If you don't, then you won't like it. It's good. Even if you don't like Blade or whatever, like, it's still, like, I'd say, like, a good. It's still good. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Oh, my r/place just made a
I've
sound.
actually listened to a little bit of Blade. I like it.
What's that?
I've actually listened to a little bit of Blade. I like it.
Yeah, I honestly like Crest most out of anything I've heard from him.
Like, it's
Like, I've listened to the
really,
album, like, okay, I'd listen to this again.
it's pretty damn good. My favorite song
Yeah.
is the 8-minute song. It's just good. It's just the entire time. It's just like it switches up a couple times. I don't know. It's just like. Also, just like, you know, like, I mean, like, I would put like Girls Just Want to Have Fun, but that's been out for like how long? A couple years.
Like, the 70s?
That song is awesome.
But
Girls just
since
wanna
I'm
have fun.
pissed off, I'm gonna put the new 1-800-PAIN album, because that shit is
The Eric
Shit's-
Payne.
mad. If you've never listened to 1-800-PAIN, it's aggressive, just angry. I don't know how to describe it. It's just loud music, and it's like fun.
Pumps
It's like
you up.
funny, loud. It's pretty funny too, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just loud, hurts your ears if you
Yeah,
turn it up.
like loud, crazy, noisy, industrial ass rap that's like fun and silly most of the
It's
time.
just it's not as good as their 2020 project, in my opinion. That was like my favorite project of 2020. But this one's, it sounds a little different. It's not as like, this one sounds more like crunchy, you know, than like, I don't know. It's good. I don't know what my favorite song is though. I didn't think about that. I really like R.I.P. Kevin, and I like Freak Out a lot. But if you're mad, go ahead and listen to it, because it's like, it's good angry music.
Yeah, if you're one of the people who is still listening who uses Reddit or plays Genshin Impact, that is the song for you.
Yeah, if you're still here, go listen to 1-800-PAIN.
Yeah. I'll go next. Mine is an old album. It's not something I've been listening to weekly this week, but I'm just gonna recommend it anyways. You guys have probably heard of it. It's Mad Villain by MF Doom or Mad Villain.
Yo.
So yeah, it's a famous album. I think everyone knows it's like a great album. It's one of my favorite albums. It's one of my favorite rap. He's one of my favorite rap artists. My favorite song is, I don't know. There's so many good songs, man. Accordion is one. Meat Grinder, all caps. Yeah, man. And I just love the sound. An instrumental. I love his style of rapping. Like, to this day, he's still one of my favorites. And I think he passed away, didn't he? Recently?
He did pass away honestly, it might have been 2020. Either last year or 2020.
Yeah.
I think it was like October, around Halloween. It was announced that he passed away.
Was it like What was the cause of
I
death?
don't even know. He was like 40, 48, 50. I think they might have never revealed it.
Yeah, they haven't. I actually just looked up. Right
Yeah,
now.
no, they didn't. Yeah.
No cause of death.
Yeah, the family kept it very private. In fact, he died before they told. He died on October. Yeah, he died on Halloween, and they didn't reveal it until like sometime in November.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But since I think you should go check it out. It's probably one of the, I don't know, like I'm not that into like the music world. Like I'm not like in, but like I know like a lot of people talk about this album when they bring up music. So you should definitely check it out.
True. I guess I will go next. My Kroop tune is from the 1990s, and it is something I found like literally yesterday. I haven't even listened through the entire album yet, but
It's called Mr. Bungle.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's actually Mr. Bungle. It's Undertale. Just kidding. It is. It is the album "Blow Eyelash Wish" by Love Lies Crushing, which is a shoegaze band that is not like crazy popular. I was just listening through like the Spotify shoegaze playlist, and then I heard this first track, which is my specific, I guess, Kroop tune for the week, called "Baby's Breath." And it's really interesting because it's like ambient, but it's still just like very noisy shoegaze, and it's just kind of like it's a certified hood classic in my mind, and I'm looking forward to listening more to the whole album. I think I got about 2/3 down before I got out of my car ride, and it was pretty awesome. So I recommend checking that out, and I will pass it on to my friend Yoshi.
I like Electric Angel by Ren and Len. That's it.
That's a
That's
good
it.
song.
It's by the Vocaloids, Ren and Len. That's it.
Yeah,
You
check
tune
out
this out, Ethan.
Electric Angel, Ren and Lynn.
You don't have to.
Check it out. You have to.
Yeah, everyone. If you listen to the show, you got to listen to everything we recommend.
Yeah, the one song I recommended to Kroop Scoops ago or whatever, the one by like Eric Laud or Laud something. I don't remember what the name of the song or the artist is, but that one that I said was like kind of sad. That one I really like, and so yeah, go if you want to listen to any of my suggestions, which are not very good. I suggested the
go
Oompa
check out
Loompa.
Charlie and the Chocolate
Yeah,
Factory.
go
songs.
check out the Oompa Loompa soundtrack. Go and check out that one. So yeah, Ethan, you got any final words for us?
Well, this has been a very existential dread episode. We've been questioning our humanity, or what we're worth as humans, and it's been interesting. It was
Yeah, I wasn't in the mood
talk.
for goofs. I was in the mood for serious conversation.
We're all
Hank
gonna
got hit with the
die.
head of a brick on the way home, on the way here. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, now he's pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you feel any existential dread out there, viewers, go tell your mother you love her and hang out with some friends.
Yeah, tell Jeffrey you love him because Jeffrey's such a cool guy.
You should dwell in your thoughts and get crazy anxiety.
Yeah.
Stop!
That's
I
like
don't want to do that.
It's like a midnight.
Oh, wait, no, do
Wheel
my
Stand
thing.
Up
No,
Series.
ignore him.
Do
He's
Jeffrey's
evil.
thing. I don't want to do it. I
Go
got a date
mad.
tomorrow. I'm so anxious. Oh my god.
Get lost in your
All right, hey, is that the
brain.
scoop?
That's
Disconnected.
That's the scoop. Yeah, go feel like
Disassociate
die.
with your life.
No, wait, no, feel good.
Go into the Matrix. Go into the Matrix.
go feel like
Waste
the
your
aliens are
life
gonna come
away.
and
It doesn't
take,
mean anything.
Take over
Yeah, go
the
get some
Earth.
bee pussy.
Yeah.
That's a scoop.
Okay, we're done.
That's
We're
the
done. We're
scoop.
done.
Yeah,
Okay,
have
we're
a
done,
good
we're
night,
done, we're done,
everybody.
we're done.